Today, I'm covering the top 25 card sales at the recent Huggins and Scott auction. This time around, they had a bunch of vintage lots, including Hall of Famers as well as non sports cards from the 1800s. And you'll also see a lot of sales of Cal Ripken Jr., some of his rarest cards, as well as Babe Ruth. Let's jump into these sales. Okay, so on the first page, there's six lots that weren't cards. So we're going to start on the second page, 25 through 50, and we'll go through these six top lots. And we'll start off with this 1933 Goudey partial set, 146 cards. Okay, so that's pretty cool on that side of things. Sold for 6,000. There's 30 Hall of Famers. Let's take a look at the Hall of Famers and also the condition assessment. So, Chuck Klein, this looks nice. Probably about a three-ish. Cochran, Goose Goslin, Geringer, a little more pricey. That Coiler, Lefty Gomez, Paul, Cronin, Bill Dickey. That's probably the most expensive one so far, but the condition is the worst, so wouldn't sell for the most. Let's use on page 2. Fred Faber doesn't really sell that well. These are in worse shape. Look at the Lions. O'Doul sells like a Hall of Famer, but there's a giant crease in his face. Same with Pepper Martin. Luke sells pretty well too. Hall of Famers, and I might have mispronounced his last name. I apologize. He's a famous Cuban baseball player. Mark Farrell, the other brother Lloyd over here, Lidstrom, Lazary, Carl Hubble, decent. Cronin again, Sam Rice, Manouche again. Manouche doesn't sell that well. These are, I mean, it's a nice collection. I mean, you figure most Hall of Famers, I mean, in this shape, they're more than $100, but like in poor shape, they're about $100 a piece. There's some exceptions, right? Now, I don't know what commons there are in there and the condition of the commons because these commons do so well also. One of the things I'm not gonna lie, I don't like about Huggins and Scott, they don't show all the pictures on some of these like partial sets and things like that, which I really wish they did. But I think someone got great value here at $6,000. I'm not gonna obviously price it all out right over here with assumptions. And this is a type of a project, but yeah, this was pretty nice. Up next, this is insane. 1971 singles horde, 6,300 singles. I mean, look at all those 71s, man. Wow. That's the only picture though, unfortunately. That's amazing. I wonder if there's any Nolan Ryans. Let's see. Nolan. It does not mention Nolan Ryan. Huh. Interesting. I mean, that's nice. Look at all those mazes right there. Look at all those errands. This is a great lot. Um, Unfortunately, 71 commons don't sell for the most, but again, something you pull out your calculator and start doing the math behind it. Okay, we have a 5.5 of Walter Johnson, Tito 6. It's just a sweet cap roll, but still a pretty nice grade overall. It is older label. I don't think it would get a 5.5 today, especially with those corners down there. But you could get that reslabbed. Next is Exhibits Master Set, 337 out of 348 with 20 graded key, including 3 mantles. Look at that. So you have Satch, sells pretty well. Jackie, Kofax. Unfortunately, min size not met. I always hate that. Mick right over here. I wonder if it has that Yaz error. Is that the Yaz error or is that just the Yaz in general? I think that's just the Yaz in general. There's an error version also. You have Yankees team cards, which is pretty sweet. I'm not the biggest exhibits expert. I know enough to get by, like if I see my card shows. Um, they're kind of a pain. People don't like larger cards, unfortunately. But 337 of these for under $7,000. Great. 1962 complete set. 176 with 174 graded plus 2 progressive proofs and the wrapper. Let's see these progressive proofs. I always like these. There's a collector on Instagram that has a bunch of progressive proofs. Wonder if they have the 1-of-1 backs or what they're mentioned on that side of things. Ray Berry and Lenny Moore, both near mints. I believe both those are Hall of Famers too. What grades? So big names on here: Unitas, Bart Starr, 6. Those are nice. Where is Tarkenton? 6. That's a good grade on it. And Brown was a 6 too. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. 134 graded, 6.2. There's 6 cards with 8s, including the tittle. I mean, those 8s probably have to do pretty well, right? I mean, these aren't easy to find. These are like the 71s. Yeah, it's like under $7,000. 1966 Batman 4 sets with Batman sets 4 with 3 complete sets and 1 partial. All your money's in number 1. How does that look? I mean, rounded corners. Robin does well too. They don't even show all of them. It says VG. Oh, okay. So it's not all top sets. So you can see Topps Black Bat, Topps Batman Red Bat, Blue Bat. Oh, wait. Blue Bat logo backs. I'm not too familiar that there's different back colors. Interesting. I'll have to look at my Batmans. I have like 3 or 4 of these. Not that I'm keeping by any means. I'm going to sell them. But I picked them up raw a while ago. I wonder if there is a price difference. I didn't know on that side of things. All right, we're going to jump into the first page now. These lots are just so interesting to me. A 1950s modern football card collection, 1150 autographs. Blanda, Brocklin, Gifford, Nishiki, Landry. Nice. Wrong card to get signed by him, but still not a horrible one. Look at all those Dicka. I believe he just passed away also. He probably signed a lot, I'd assume. Staubach. This is so nice. Look at all those autos, man. And obviously, I don't have Matt here to tell me how many of these are really, really insane to get. So let me know in the comment section. This is sweet. Rosa autograph. I mean, you're talking 1150 autos sold for $7,000. I think one of my goals next year is to start bidding on some of these lots. It's a project, obviously, but save up and see how well we do. Joe Namath, BVG 75. No butterfly. Still a great card, though. Always see it in the football top 25 sales. Ruth Goudey in 01. First appearance. This is a nice looking one. I know they have that crease right here. Is Kurt buying this one? Let's see. Ooh, this feels like a perfect Kurt card. Can't tell if that's like a scratch or a pen mark. That looks way nicer than a 1. Multiple horizontal creases. Okay, so maybe those horizontal creases didn't pick up in the scan that well. Because I don't really see them. Minus that 1 crease, you can see like pretty clearly right there. And I can see another small crease right there. This feels like a Kurt project, to be honest with you. 1953 Mantle in a 5. Second Topps card. I like the design a lot better on this than the 52. I don't think he gets a 5 today, but still a nice one. Yeah, that definitely does not get a 5 today. 1956 Partial set 170 with Hall of Famers. What grades are these? Good grades, 7s. What's the biggest name that we see so far? Some of these team cards do extremely well in high grade. I want to say there's a lot of variance in 56 too. I mean, this is a great lot to break out. No pun intended. There's always people trying to build their sets. Yeah, do the math on those. See if it's worth it or not. 1933 Goudey Ruth in A2. Probably about accurate rounded corners there. Doesn't look like there's any creases. There's some staining down below. Paper loss. Which I'm actually shocked that he gave a paper loss like that. 2. Normally you'd see that be a 1-5 or a 1. I mean, everything else looks not too bad. I mean, obviously there's edge issues there. There's staining. Yeah, I mean, if I was a grade, I'd give it a 1-5, but I definitely see why they gave it a 2 from like the eye appeal perspective. 1955 Bowman set number 11. That's pretty sweet. What are grades? Oh, 4s on the Aaron. That feels like you could upgrade that pretty fast. Campy's a 4-5. Ford's a 4. Man, 4s are set number 11. Wow. GPA of 5.4. Oh, okay. Look at that. Was ranked number 11 on the competitive PSA registry, but has since been retired, is now ranked 28 all-time finest. I feel like you could quickly upgrade that. I mean, even look, PSA 3s, you upgrade that really fast. There's still a decent amount of 4s and 5s. I mean, once you get past 6, it's going to be a little tougher, but wonder how tough it would be to get that into a top 10 set. Neilson's Chocolate 17 card lot. Some of these do pretty well. Who's in here? Sisler, that's a bigger name. Wheat, bigger name. Those are earlier in the career. And they look clean as well. Gosselin. I don't know if I mentioned Gosselin. Who else is on these other sides? Let's see. Sewell, Hooper, Roush. I want to see if I've sold a Pip card before. Luke Way. Probably mispronounce it. George Kelly. Haynes is a low-end Hall of Famer. Let's see. I mean, even Commons do decently. Let's see. Don't recognize any of these other names. But they look clean, though. And obviously someone agreed with that sentiment because that sold for $8,100. 86 Fleer, Jordan 8, Barkley 6. And something you could probably upgrade pretty fast. 793 GPA. I would have upgraded that Barkley before selling that lot. Have all these as 8s. You can see some lower grades on the other side. But still, good starter set. $8,400 for someone on that side of things. And this is the more common Ripken over here. The blue. Still signed, pretty nice. 6.5 with a 10 auto. And that sold for $8,700. I would assume that's the second best Ripken card. G-Men complete set. Number 7 on the registry. This is pretty sweet. I know there's a lot of people that like G-Men that watch the channel. I don't remember all the different variants on here. But this card right here was honorable mention in our 1930s video. It's a pretty awesome card, though. And there's a lot of famous people in this set, too. Like Dillinger's in here, although they have a lot of Dillinger cards, so it doesn't really sell that well. But in high grade, I think it's a great grab long term. But yeah, number 7. What's the GPA? Group of 5, big 15 cards. 9 cards. Pretty Boy Floyd, that's another name. That's nice, but that's only a 2. Dillinger is what, 4-5? That's not horrible. Classic set from the 30s. We'll jump into this Venny of Sandy Koufax in a 3. Always, when you get above 1s, these are very tough to get. And you can see clean back on here. They're a little more lenient on Venezuela cards, but also you can get Sandy to sign this still. I think there's a lot of value on that side of things. This is shortly after he retired as well. Okay, 1964 complete set 587 with 115 graded 6 to 9. Wow. Are all these graded or just those 115? I assume it's just these 115, right? Yeah, ungraded. You can see 472 cards. But still, Koufax is an 8. That's a nice grade. Yaz is a 7. Maze Cepeda is 8. Maze 8. Mantle 8 OC. OC kills that value. I mean, those are nice grades across the board. And good way to start building it. $9,300. Well, I wouldn't say build it. It's already built. But if you want to get on the registry, this Cobb Wagner is sold a few times this year. $9,900. On this one, it's a larger supplement card. Over here, MK, just because of that dealer stamp here on the back. More supplements on this side of things. This is 87 out of 100 with 20 plus Hall of Famers. Adios, Eddie Plank, and Tris Speaker. Nice. Looks like they're in a booklet of some sort on this side of things. Yeah, a booklet. Wonder if they're glued on there or what. Let's see. Double-sided scrapbook. Wonder if someone's going to soak this out. 8 separate, yeah, from the same collection include Alexander, Cobb Wagner. So that Cobb Wagner had to be from there. They might all have that stamp. It's nice though. Another Ruth in a 2. I think the one we saw earlier was yellow too, but you can see that has a giant crease right there. From the scan side of things, right? Yeah, you can see that's a giant one right there. Besides a crease, it looks pretty nice though. More really cool stuff, right? I'm not going to cover it fully, but 1927 Yankees and Boston Braves baseball with Ruth right there. That's nice. 1912 Fenway, first game, Boston Red Sox. Only known copy of Batman #1. 1973 Topps low number set hoard. There's 10 sets of 73 Topps. $17,400. Very high price point for that. Neilson's chocolate Ruth. Saw a few Neilsons earlier, but that's Ruth in a 5. Not a 5 today by any means, but it looks pretty clean. Give me a Neilson's chocolate over a Goudey all day long. Here is the big Ripken, the orange one. It's got a 4. An autograph right there. And although it does look a little faded right there, a little bit, but it also could just be it's for through the jersey, different color. No, it's definitely a little like streaky or something like that right there. $30,000. Like I said, these are very, very tough. There's a few of the. There was like one that sold earlier this year. Sold for a crazy premium. A lot of people were talking about it. This was the highest priced extremely rare April 20th, 1912 first Red Sox game that sold for $34,000. Let's see if there's any other honorable mentions that are worth talking about. I'm gonna jump into non-sports in a second, but I was just gonna look over here. Ooh, real photo postcard of Jackie signed, $6,000. We'll jump in to look and see also. Looking at best wishes, Jackie Robinson. That's awesome. Still feels kind of cheap. Look and see 134 out of 135 with 7 PSA graded cards. You can see decent grades, 8s. These go for quite a hefty premium once you get that 7, 8 grade. And doesn't even say all of them what are graded, unfortunately. But yeah, People will really pay up once you get past 7s on that set, especially some of the like harder short print type cards. Let's see what else is over here really quick. This is the other Mantle rookie card, the Wheaties Premium. I've talked about a few times. This in a 6 sold for $4,200. So affordable in comparison to his 51 Bowman or even like a 52 Tops or even 52 Bowman. Great price on that at $4,200. Leaf collection. I wonder if this has any of those variants we talked about recently on the live stream. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a full Leaf live stream on the channel, talked about baseball, football, and then Pirates and boxing. So I like suggest you check that out. SP Legendary Cuts. These are awesome over here. Cobb, Ruth, Wagner. I think there's a Joe Jackson in here too. Northland bread labels. I'm not actually too familiar with these. Oh, they're red for energy over here. I didn't realize they had these after 1950 or 51. Have to be really rare. I'm not sure I've seen those slab. Jump through some other stuff. 57 Hit Stars. Abe Didrikson. That's a great card over here. These have gone quite expensive. I wanted to grab one a while ago. This is a sweet card right here. This is one of your best relic cards in the 90s. Aaron, Ruth, and Mays all on one card. It's an amazing piece. You can see an 8 sold for $3,500. Like I said, one of the best relic cards you could have hit back in the day when people cared about them. Another relic set that goes quite a bit. 2000 Upper Deck, a piece of history. 2000 Hit Club. I sold a Gwyn for like $75 alone on here. And some of these are numbered also. The numbered ones go for quite a bit more. There's like doubles and triples. So you can see over here, this is a double. Bat and Jersey. You can see Brett as well as Yount double on here. Really, really add up fast. These are graded as well. There's also like a 500 home run set. It's really, really nice. Hires Root Beer. This is a test issue of Willie Mays. Love this card too. The design on it is just really awesome. The colors and everything like that. Old Judge, Buck Ewing. Old Judge cards have gone crazy the last few years. And Jason Alexander autograph. That is expensive, $3,000. Wolverine Ripley, believe it or not. All 48. All 48, including the last 24. Those last 24 are very expensive alone. Someone got a great buy on this. That's a great price because you could even sell those alone for $100 plus on those last 24, 200, 300 possibly. A whole lot for 28. I wish I saw this a little bit earlier. I didn't bid on anything this auction. I was saving up a little money, but great buy if you ended up purchasing that lot. Because those last 24 don't pop. So I grabbed a few more lots rather than scroll through all the pages for honorable mentions. Up first is this 500 home run club, right? So this is a Babe Ruth game used bat. Nice little chunk over here in SGC 9. Talks about this over here. And this sold for $2,500. Super early Ruth relic. A lot of people go after these. This is true scarcity on a relic side of things, unlike today. And it's 100% game used. Up next, another duel, 2001 SP Legendary Cuts. Ruth and also Mantle, hand number 225. That one sold for $2,100. I want to highlight this one because this was a great buy. 400 plus cards for $660. You get all these between the Act and Bravos. And then you get a bunch of N245s. Lillian Russell sells really well, depending on the imagery on there. And there's probably some other names that I'm not recognizing over here. But you can see our 2 N245 cards with Lillian Russell. I don't know Della Fox or Hopper. Oh, interesting. Hopper, assume it's for Casey at the bat. Did not know that. You know, it's one of these lots that There could be some sneaky cards in this between the Axe and Bravo. There's a few cards in this set that sell extremely well, and they could have easily snuck in. Also, I wonder if Goodwin has any relations to Goodwin champs. Probably not, but um, either way, I mean, under $2 a card, I don't know how you go wrong there. Also, another non-sports. Kicking myself, I should probably bid on it. The World Smoker in a 5 is probably at least $400 or $500. This whole lot of 50 sold for 1,080. I mean, even these in bad, like in just average shape, are $20 plus right now. These are all graded. Someone's gonna do really well breaking this up. Sir Walter Raleigh in a 3, that's at least $200-300. I mean, in the American a 5.5, just these three alone almost pay for that lot. I regret not bidding on this one, but it happens. Skybirds, Earhart over here is a couple $100. Lindbergh is like at least $100 plus card. Wright doesn't sell that well. Still not horrible though, shape wise. $660. 57 of these. Even commons still do $5 to $10 a piece. Great. I mean, if you're looking at these at 10 each, it's $570. So well, they're big names. You know, Doolittle's a bigger name. Rickenbacker is a bigger name. I wonder if it has what the Red Baron could be possibly in here if they didn't mention it. Key cards. Yeah, I mean it's hard to say. I still wish they showed the backs on these though. Next, Indian Gums. Some of these sell really well, and these look like a nice shape. Buffalo Bill looks great. Davy Crockett also looks pretty nice. Daniel Boone. I bought a few of these graded. Pocahontas not the best shape. Sitting Bull not the best shape. Geronimo. And there's some of these high numbers and stuff like that. Not high numbers, but certain cards in the set that are pretty well too. But you look at the price on this, right? 1,100 for 75 of these, and you do have the bigger names in here. Got Custer still. Colonel Boney. Nice purchase on that. And then last one, Horrors of War. These are always extremely popular. We have one that has an overprint over here, which I don't know how much that adds to the value. 1,000 cash prizes to the 1,000 children who send the nearest list of 240 correct titles. I wonder if we did a redemption like that today, how many people would freak out in the hobby? I wonder if it has the bigger names in here. Marco Polo, yeah. Probably a nice buy. A little bit over $4 a card. But yeah, that's that auction recap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Did make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in another video.